was leaving that event, I had to have already had this on for maybe 4 or 5 hours. And I'm walking up to this food truck, and one of the guys working at the food truck, he's like, man, I can smell you from way over there. So I was like, dang, from 3-point range? He's like, yeah, man, what are you wearing? And I told him, and he was like, man, I need that. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jared here with Almost Sense. First of all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for following and supporting. Some of these videos are getting quite a bit of views. Everybody not subscribing. So, it's okay. Moving forward. If you enjoy the content, go down below and click the red subscribe button. Thank you. Appreciate you all very much. Now let's get into today's video. Today's video, as you guys already know, is about Rasasi Hawas. For him, EDP. Now, this is a September 21st batch. So you can see it has that pretty cool purple juice. Now, this is a tester. You see I still got my sticker on there. So I didn't get the cool cap or the cool packaging. No problem. And just for those who are wondering, testers are the same fragrance. It's just usually like the display bottle or a bottle that was used for like other purposes, but it's the same cologne. Like there's no difference between a tester and one you may purchase off the shelf. So, all right, so presentation. Pretty cool little silver atomizer here. Decent weighted bottle. Now I'm not sure what that says above Hawas. This is a Middle Eastern fragrance from the brand Rasasi. I also have Darish by them, which is also has that similar purple juice. So these scents typically have a spice to them, a style in which they're made. Those who have smelled this, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm gonna give it one initial spray. Beautiful atomizer. Even better juice. Yeah. Whew. All right, so let's get into the notes. So up top you have apple, bergamot, and cinnamon. So very bright, fruity, citrusy. Definitely a bright fragrance. It's a bit synthetic. Not as much when you first spray it. It's just very bright and refreshing, effervescent. That apple, you kind of get that lemon in the backbone. And then going into the mid, you get watery notes, plum, orange blossom, and cardamom. So you get the florals coming in, but it's just more watery, fresh. So now one thing that isn't listed on here that is definitely present is ambroxan, which can be found in Dior Sauvage, Parla Luna Rosa Carbon, scents like that. So it's definitely not an uncommon scent DNA. You smelled this before or similar to it. And then, so it's not the most unique scent in the world. It's definitely shower jelly and fresh, but women like fresh. So we like to wear fresh, if that makes sense. In the dry down, you have ambergris, musk, driftwood, and patchouli. So definitely rounds off with a little bit of woodiness, a little musky at the base. So definitely the ultimate compliment pulling magnet right here. This will definitely be my scent of the day. Due to the neck. Now this is an EDP concentration, so I may add 2 more sprays, wrist, and that'll probably be it. So this stuff is extremely strong. I remember I was wearing this one time and I was leaving that event. I had to have already had this on for maybe 4 or 5 hours. And I'm walking up to this food truck, and one of the guys working at the food truck, he's like, man, I can smell you from way over there. So I was like, dang, from 3-point range? He's like, yeah, man, what are you wearing? And I told him, and he was like, man, I need that. One common misconception with cologne and with fragrance is that it's expensive to smell good. We are coming to find that that's not always the case. It can be. It's not always the case. So this I got off Fragrance Buy, I believe, for about $35, $40. So definitely very affordable. Now, this is definitely an Invictus clone. Now, they say it's an Invictus 2016 clone, but this came out in 2015, so I'll leave that alone. It is spot on, smells just like Invictus. Now, since it's discontinued and the prices are sky high on Invictus 2016 Aqua, or any other discontinued Invictus fragrances are pretty expensive, it's a no-brainer to run out and grab this or order it. I'll put the link down below. So definitely, if you don't have this, you need this. It's cheap. Now, it is a Middle Eastern fragrance, so it does have a little bit of a spice to it that isn't bad. Isn't bad at all. But it's noticeable. There's definitely a style in which they, with certain ingredients in which they make their fragrances. So now, this is Armaf El Cielo by Armaf. So this is also a clone of Invictus. Now, this is a bit brighter, they're both kind of juvenile. Now, if you were wondering whether to get this or to get this wins by a landslide. This is much better performance. Sometimes I'll be wearing this. I could go nose blind to it, but to be honest, it doesn't last that long. So if you're on the fence about those two, choose that. So, moral of the story, nothing left to say, buy this. You need it. Other than that, you already know what it is. It's your boy OMO. Catch you next time. Peace.